Man, welcome back to the Cruise Dynasty podcast. We gambling right now, I said I wasn't gonna say nothing. I just watched Clemson play. I was fucking pissed, but then I hopped on the Discord and here I am. I'm happy as fuck now. So here we go. About to gamble a little bit, make everybody some money. Kraft, man, what's going on, man?
I don't know about y'all, but I'm $10,000 richer since we started this year. In my mind, my mind has gotten richer. Mental capacity has gotten richer, but the wallet stayed about the same.
Yeah, that's one thing when people ask me, like, "Are you making any money?" I'm like, maybe a little bit. I ain't losing. Just I just gamble. That's all it is. I'm just gambling for fun. It seems like. Yeah. See, Swizzy, what's going on, big dog? You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Shit, I've been winning. I haven't lost any money in like 3-4 weeks now. I've been winning some money.
Yeah. I am with y'all. I'm definitely on a roll, though, on the game lines. Hit and won on some college football games.
I already got 3 prize picks that have hit in my parlay. I need 3 more.
Yeah, I'm going to hop on prize picks.
I seen you line up last week. Tell us all about it. Chris, you bet like what? What'd you get?
Oh, hold on. I'll pull it up.
I know you bet.
I put 20 on another one, but I only put 5 on this one, and it hit. But, yeah. I think because me and you had a few of the same ones in that one.
J.K. Dobbins, fuck me.
Me too, dude.
He missed it by 2 yards.
Yeah, he had. Okay, so here was I had Patrick Mahomes throwing, rushing, or passing a touchdown, 2.5. I had Joe Burrow more than 1.5 pass touchdowns. Josh Allen more than 1.5. Amari Cooper more than 7 fantasy score, and DJ Moore more than 12 fantasy score. And then I bet my Carolina Panthers would have more than 1.5 sacks against Detroit. And they had like 4 sacks total that game. And I won $125 off a little $5 prize pick.
That's good money.
I got another one going tonight. Since we're bringing it up, I'll just go ahead and tell you what I got for tonight for this week. I got 2 that hit. I got one that is did not play. But I had Dak Prescott throwing more than 1.5 passing touchdowns. That's already hit. I had Treylon Burks more than 21.5 receiving yards. He had 66. My did not play was Malik Willis, and I figured they may put him in the game for a little bit, but I took under his rushing total because I was like, there's no way he's going to be able to run like that against that defense. And they didn't put him in the whole game, but I'm up 2. And then for this weekend, I need Aaron Rodgers to throw 2 touchdowns. That's all I need him to do. Tom Brady has thrown 6 interceptions in the past 3 games. He's just got to throw 1 interception against Carolina on Sunday. And then Sam Darnold to have more than 187 passing yards, which he did easily that week.
That's cheap sauce right there. 187 passing yards.
Yeah.
I heard that.
That's a $25 prize pick.
Go after some of these bombs over there on Carolina.
I've been winning on them, so we need to start losing to see if we're gonna pick a quarterback or not. But shit, we might win the NFC South. That's not really an accomplishment, but
I'm going for y'all, man.
Same. Nah, I can't. Gotta pull for time.
I feel you. I mean, for the Packers standpoint, I've seen some playoff things where it was like, if Carolina wins and then Tampa Bay wins the next game or something, that one of them can take a wild card or something. So, I guess I'll just go for the Bucks in this one so the Packers can get in.
Yeah, I heard that. Well, hell, since we talk about some prize picks already, y'all want to go ahead and throw out some prize picks for us before we hop into DFS?
Yeah, Noah Dick Blower got one right here for us. Let's see what he got going
That's
on.
my
here.
nickname. Noah the Head Turner. All right. I got Josh Allen passing for more than 1.5 TDs. Travis Etienne for more than 73.5 rush yards against Houston. And Justin Fields against Detroit with 1.5 pass rush or receiving touchdowns for $100.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I like
I feel like
Justin
you'll probably hit
Fields.
on all them.
Yeah, last time Justin Fields played Detroit, he had 4 overall touchdowns. So, I think that's a lot right there.
Yeah, I would definitely be looking to hit the over in that game. I was thinking about it today, but I picked other games. Yeah, I was about to say I went other routes. You got any prize picks for us, Craft Man?
I ain't got none yet. I actually I was gonna wait till tomorrow to put them in because they didn't have my main thing. They didn't have no receptions on there, and I like hitting them receptions. But as far as Noah went, we both agreed on like the same thing. As far as Justin Fields, he's definitely gonna be in there for me. ETN against Houston. Shit, he 71. What was it? 71 and a half.
3.5.
73 and a half. Houston.
Yeah.
He's getting the carries too.
Yeah. Getting to work. If he gets 15 touches, he might can get that. He can break that in one fucking run, really.
Right. Yeah, I know. I'm with you. I think I put him in my DFS lineup this week. My guy, ETN. So, yeah, I guess if that's all the DFS, shoot, Craft Man, when you do your little prize picks, you might just have to tweet it on out. Old Craft Man Pack fan over there.
Hey, shit, I'll work on that motherfucker while we talk. But I got my FanDuel. I got my spreads. I'm gonna look at some of these things, and we got 4 people on here who are experts. It'd probably be best y'all help me out with this shit, really. So y'all go ahead. We'll go ahead and get started on these DFS lineups. I got one in, and I'm gonna work on these prize picks while we talk, and maybe y'all can help me out with it a little bit.
All right, so for those of y'all, if you just listening for the first time, DFS, little daily fantasy shit. We use FanDuel. You have a $60,000 cap. You got to stay on the cap, under the cap, or even with the cap, and you set up a lineup. The Craft Man and Chris been hitting on these. I think I have actually won my last 2, or at least one of my last 2. I can't remember. But yeah, we all use FanDuel. So FanDuel, if you're out there, go ahead and hit us with that sponsor. Bye. And give us money. Maybe some t-shirts and shit.
Let me put in free lineups. Just let me put in free little lineup. Give me a little 25-cent bet every now and then,
Yeah, we hitting on DFS, so we'll just go position by position like we've been doing, Chris. So at quarterback, I went with my guy Jared Goff going against Chicago. I've been rolling with him all year. I'll admit this, though. At first, I did have Aaron Rodgers in my lineup. I was thinking about rolling with Aaron Rodgers. I thought he was a pretty good pick this week. Jared Goff for Chicago, high over and under. Chicago's defense ain't shit. But that's what I roll with. Where'd y'all go with, Chris?
Jared Goff is what I went with, too. Just throw him right in there. It's got a great matchup against Chicago. Vegas is expecting some points. I'm definitely expecting some points to be scored.
Oh, man, y'all stupid, bro. Going with Jared Goff?
You crazy as hell. I went with Jared Goff too.
Yeah, and so did I. The twin brothers over here went with Jared Goff. That is 4 for 4 on Jared Goff this week. But to give y'all a little, if y'all don't want to go with Jared Goff in your DFS, Mike White is cheaper than Jared Goff. He plays against Seattle. That's a good cheap one to go with. Like you said, Justin Fields against Detroit. That's a good matchup. And like you said, Aaron Rodgers, Minnesota. Minnesota's awful against the pass. Probably good, and Kirk Cousins on the other end. So, just throw a couple names out there since we all got the same guy.
Yep. Yeah. Keep on. Yep. Keep on with it. Running backs. I'm gonna give you both of my running backs. Travis Etienne versus Houston. Noah kind of talked about it just a second ago, and he went with him with the prize picks. Great matchup. And then my other running back, I went with James Conner versus my Falcons. My Falcons are ass. So James Conner, Travis Etienne, that's what I roll with.
Yep.
Yeah, down at mine. I got James Conner too in that Arizona-Atlanta game. But my second running back, I went ahead and grabbed Tyler Algier in that same matchup because their defense isn't that good either, and Tyler Algier's been going off these past few weeks.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Chris. I went through so many. I couldn't get the money to match up with my lineups. I went through so many players. Tyler Algier, I had him in there for a little bit. That is a good one. A good pick. What you got, Kraft man?
Two running backs I got. Brian Robinson against Cleveland. Cleveland's 30th against the rush. Antonio Gibson is out. I will be, as a Packers fan, Browns. Come on. Browns. I don't know what their chant is, but yeah. But
the dog pound, man.
Yeah, the elf in the middle of the field. I don't know what the fuck they got going on there, but let's go Browns. Let's take this game. Brian Robinson, though, you can't. I mean, Antonio Gibson out. Goal line work is going to be his. He might catch a couple passes. I think he's going to be solid. And I got Tyler Algier, too, against Arizona last couple weeks. 18 last week, 8 against Baltimore, a good rushing defense. 18 for 74 with 4 receptions for 43 yards. And then the week before, 17 attempts for 139 and 1. I mean, the way I look at the Falcons right now is why not see what you got in Algier? You're throwing Desmond Ridder out there. You got your rookie. You got your rookie running back. Let's see what we got in the future. I mean, I think Algier is probably going to be the running back of the future. So, he got a lot to play for right now.
Look, I agree. I'm with you. I think Algier should be the starting running back going into next year. But this is what I said to Chris literally on the last episode. The Falcons never surprise me, man. They will go spend high draft capital on skill position players all the time when I'm saying, yo, let's build in the trenches a little bit. So if they went and got them a running back, I wouldn't even be shocked, even a little bit. I wouldn't even be shocked. So
we got Noah right here. What you got with the DFS, Noah?
Well, my two running backs, I got James Conner against Atlanta. Atlanta sucks, point blank period. That's all you pretty much can say. Then I got Uncle Leonard Fournette against Carolina. I mean, he got a lot of receptions last game. He scored pretty much good points against dude, I'm drinking shit.
Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona. So I'm rolling him.
yeah, I'm with you on playoff Lenny. He has been getting a lot of receptions, so I'm with you on that. Craftman, you got anything to say about that? Playoff Lenny? 50-50 split with Rashad White.
He's my flex option, so I got that's my flex. I got Lenny in there too, and to pick up where Noah left off, he had 9 receptions last week for 90 yards. If any of y'all were watching that damn game against Arizona and Tampa Bay, Tom Brady threw 90% of his passes to running backs last week. It was the most
because
boring
every other pass
watch.
was an interception.
Yeah, I mean, but Lenny, at this time of year, is you put the player out there that you trust in, and I love Rashad White. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's Leonard Fournette time in these must-win games.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and give all 3 of my wide receiver spots. I went Alan Lazard going against Minnesota. I was kind of under the pressure Christian Watson might not play. Me and you talked crap before this. You were saying you think Christian Watson plays, you got to win. I think even if he does play, I'm still gonna roll with Lazard versus Minnesota. Because I think in my DFS lineup this round, I kind of paid up on running backs a little bit more and went a little bit cheaper. I say that, but my next wide receiver was Amon-Ra St. Brown. Going against Chicago, I wanted to get that stack with Jared Goff. And my next one, Jahan Dotson. Carson Wentz is back. He's going to be starting. Jahan Dotson, 3 games in a row. I said it yesterday on the breakdown, but it was like 18. I don't think any of them was below 15, but and when Carson Wentz was playing with them at the beginning of the year, Jahan Dotson was getting more work than say somebody like Terry McLaurin. So my wide receivers were Lazard, Jahan Dotson, and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah, I like it. And I got one thing to say about Carson Wentz coming back in. When Carson Wentz was in his 6 games that he started the year, he really favored Curtis Samuel, and he really favored Dotson. McLaurin wasn't used as much, but when Heineke came in, McLaurin was the guy. And, Dotson he's put together 2 really good games back to back. And we're going to talk about him in dynasty perspective because he's definitely risen up the board for us. Dotson has been consistent with both quarterbacks, but Curtis Samuel has been the guy who's dropped off between Heineke didn't throw the ball to Curtis Samuel at all. Carson Wentz comes in, he likes Curtis Samuel a little more.
I think Curtis Samuel, you might see him get a little more manufactured touches. Maybe, Gibson's not going to be, he doesn't look like he's going to play as of right now. Maybe get some runs out of the backfield.
He is ruled out 100%.
100% ruled out. So, yeah, I'm with you. Curtis Samuel might have been a good one.
Yeah. Samuel not a bad play this week. If you're desperate, throw him in there. I think he's going to get some points. Like you said, manufactured touches. Mini Debo.
Yep, exactly. That was exactly what I was thinking. Old Mini Debo out there. What you got at wide receiver, Craft Man?
At wide receiver, I got Christian Kirk against Houston. I think it's time, man. It's time for him to bounce back. I wanted to go with Zay Jones. Houston, they were an awful matchup for receivers and quarterbacks pretty much all year, and except for the last 3 weeks where they've just been keeping up with teams. And if this game remains close, Christian Kirk's going to get a lot of work. And I hope he's going to get a lot of work. So that's why I got him in there and actually paid up for him. I got Amon-Ra with Jared Goff like you. We got to get the stack. I mean,
got to
get the stack. Put Amon-Ra in there against Chicago. Last time he played Chicago, let's see, he had 10 receptions for 119 yards. And they're playing in Detroit, which we all know. If you paid attention to fantasy this year and NFL this year, Detroit loves to score in Detroit. They are unstoppable at home on offense. So got Amon-Ra there. And I got Garrett Wilson. Going back to the well with Mike White and Garrett Wilson. He's had 3 games with Zach Wilson. He had 3 points last week, 11 points and 10 points. The last 2 games he played with Mike White was 20 points and 23 points. He had 15 targets in one of them games. So they're playing against Seattle. Pretty decent matchup. Garrett Wilson's the guy. So
yep. Almost had him in my lineup tonight. Had him in there for a little bit and took him out. So.
I did too as well.
Well, what you got going on there?
I went with my man, Jay Jettas, JJ, a.k.a. Justin Jefferson. He ate him up, Green Bay, the first week. So I'm rolling with him, my favorite player of the year. Then I'm rolling with Zay Jones. He had a big week about 2 weeks ago, so I think he's going to do it again. Then I'm going to go with Drake London. Desmond Ridder likes to throw to him. Falcons don't really have anybody else to throw to, so I like that matchup.
Yeah, dude, I totally agree with that Drake London. I was trying to work him into my lineup today. Definitely getting targeted by Desmond Ridder, so I'd roll with Drake London too. See, Swizzy, what you got for me?
Yeah, well, let's talk about Drake London for a minute. I think that the emergence of Tyler Algier in this backfield, I said on the other day, is what's helping this offense be able to throw the ball to Drake London. Because before, they love to run the ball. They run, play action. That's what they like to do. And it's working out now that they have to actually respect the run game that they got back there. Getting into my wide receivers, I got the Sun God as well in there. Amon Ra, got to get the stack. They're playing at home. They're going to score points. They love to put up points. My second receiver, I was kind of surprised none of y'all had him in there. It was a little bit expensive, but Chris Godwin, like high floor. Like, I mean, he's going to get the targets and the points. Third, I got DJ Moore in there. He's been on a streak with Sam Darnold. They're getting him the ball. Last time he played Tampa Bay, he scored a touchdown. And then I'll just go ahead and say my flex because I have Jahan Dotson in there as well against Cleveland.
Yeah. Yep. I'm with you, Chris. And while you talking about Chris Godwin, in my flex, I got Chris Godwin. So, yeah, I went with Chris Godwin. I couldn't leave him out. You know he's going to get around 10 targets no matter what. So,
could have
yeah,
got the cheaper option, man. You could have got
What's
the
that?
cheaper option. His name's Russell Gage.
Oh, man. I mean, he's been doing good these past couple of weeks for sure, but I just feel like you're getting a guaranteed, the way my lineup worked out, you're getting a guaranteed, like, 8 targets. Maybe a touchdown.
It's just I'm biased, man. I've done given up on this Tampa Bay offense. I've
Even
totally
Godwin?
all of them. I mean, Godwin has a floor, like you said. He does have a floor. He has probably the highest floor of the receivers. I mean, Fournette has the highest floor, but I don't know, man. He's not. If you're playing a double up, are y'all playing a double up? Because I think that's probably a good pick for a double up. If y'all playing a tournament, Chris Godwin ain't going to win y'all no weeks.
I always do the 50-50s, but I maybe I will do a double up. I don't know. I don't know nothing
Well,
about
50-50 and double up's about the same.
Same thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's about the same thing. So, yeah, Godwin's good for probably about 10, 8 to 10. I don't know. I'm
He gets
totally
a
off the
touchdown.
Tampa Bay offense, man. We're in week 17 and they can't score no points. He's gonna throw to Fournette and Rashad White 80%
We'll
of
have
the
to
time.
buckle up though. This is you got Tom Brady playing for a playoff spot in this game. He's got to come out there and do something. They haven't been playing like shit though. They've been playing like shit. But last time we played them this year, whenever they were actually playing decent, and Carolina was the shit team of the NFL, we went out there and smacked them. And absolutely smacked them.
I think Carolina's gonna win that game.
I took Carolina +3 when we get to our matchups. I took us +3.
Yeah, man. I
think Carolina's gonna win that game. Fuck the Buccaneers, man. I have no faith. I have no faith. I mean, 17 games is enough. We talk about it all the time in fantasy, where in the first 4 weeks we do our matchups and stuff. We're like, let's give it time. Russell Wilson, let's give it time. Let's see if it pans out. Tom Brady, let's give it time. We're in week 17.
Yeah,
I agree. Time.
But I think that's just kind of like two separate things. Like Russell Wilson is still expected to play a few more years, whereas we all know Tom Brady's probably done. I mean, at this point, the dude's 40-something years, 45 years old. I think.
Well,
I might as well go out there and.
I got a question to ask you though this week. If you're gonna give a touchdown to Tampa Bay, is it Mike Evans or is it Godwin this week, Matt?
I feel like it's Godwin. It's not even close. Mike Evans and Tom Brady ain't been connecting all year. I looked at it literally just yesterday. Mike Evans gets like 9 or 10 targets. They'll only complete 4 or 5 passes. I mean, them guys ain't good. I mean, I'm not saying Mike. Obviously, he could get a touchdown, but it's just like if I was betting, I would definitely
been on the same page. Man.
Mike Evans had 14 touchdowns last year.
Yeah. And what's he got this year? It couldn't be more than 6.
I don't want to shit out my mouth, but I want to say about 4.
Yeah, they ain't on the same. Yeah. Tom Brady's arm is falling off. So you just hit the cliff eventually. Like eventually you hit it. Tom Brady went longer than anybody else, but this year he's declined, man. Even with all their little problems that they've had, Tom Brady would usually make up for it. He can't do it this year. Him and Mike Evans
owner right here. We got a Mike Evans owner right here. I just want you to give your fair opinion. You're in a championship week, right?
Yeah.
Are you starting Mike Evans or what are you doing? You believing in this Tampa Bay offense to pick it up one more week, or you believing in you trying to sub out Mike Evans this week?
I'm having to start Mike Evans. I really don't have anybody else to start.
Mike Evans or Pacheco? You asked me that earlier.
Pacheco's been solid.
He's not getting the snaps though. He's getting less than 50% of the snaps. He's sharing it with McKinnon, and
The
McKinnon's
thing
been
is,
doing some great work though.
I would just say the thing is with Pacheco is he's just been getting double digit. He's just like a running back too every week. That's just his. It's been like that 4 weeks in a row. Mike Evans, if you're going for the upside, I think you would roll with Evans in that. If you're looking for like a floor play,
if you're the
Maybe
favorite to
Pacheco.
win, if you're not the underdog, he's the favorite to win. Do you start Mike Evans against Carolina or Pacheco against Denver, Chris?
See, I'm gonna go with Mike Evans, and I'm just basing this off of the last time that they played. The last time that the Panthers and Tampa Bay played this year, they ran a lot of outside Mike Evans just running posts the whole game. Literally, the third play from scrimmage, he burnt our safety. Absolutely, just burnt the corner. I mean, I think it was J.C. Horn that was covering him, and Tom Brady overthrew the ball. It would have been a touchdown. Third play of the game. It was like a 60-yard throw. You know, I mean, something that, I mean, immediately if Mike Evans catches that ball, you're up 16 points.
Let's just say,
but
is it
I'm
Mike
just rolling
Evans'
with them.
fault?
This is a division game. This is a must-win game for both of these teams. I mean, I think they're going to go out there and try to do it. Do what?
I don't think it's Mike Evans' fault.
I don't know. I don't think it's Mike Evans' fault either. I'll say I don't think it's Mike Evans' fault.
Hey
either.
man, I love Tom Brady as much as anybody, but I'm telling you, man, the dude eventually it just happens, man. You decline. This dude has declined this year. I know they got problems on the O-line and stuff like that, but usually that shit don't matter. And I'm telling you, this year it does matter. Everything would have to be perfect for Tom Brady to win a Super Bowl this year. It ain't perfect.
The thing is, watching Tom Brady play is his arm strength looks fine. It's just weird the way his accuracy has dropped off, and I've seen so many balls in the dirt, like Godwin running a little slant over the middle of the field, and he throws it in the dirt. But his arm strength seems fine.
I don't know. I think it's kind of declined a little bit. But it's like you. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of balls in the dirt too. That's the reason why I'm saying it. In the past, that ain't happening. And I can't just blame it all on the O-line because this dude's played, and I'm telling you, man, people always like to talk about New England this, New England that. There were times where this dude's O-line wasn't good and that defense wasn't good. His weapons weren't good. This dude was still out there doing it. So it's like, he could never do that right now. He just could not do it.
I've just seen a lot of the accuracy be off because even on that play in that game, he overshot Mike Evans by like almost 15-something yards. Like he overshot him.
But wouldn't we be talking about Mike Evans different if he would have caught the 2 70-yard touchdown passes that he dropped? I mean, he dropped a couple balls.
That would be at least something to talk about because other than that, he hasn't been doing anything else.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like championship week goes, I'd probably roll with Mike Evans. I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
I feel like you always got to go with the upside play. But the only reason you would go with a floor play is if it's like Monday and like you have a lead, you have a guaranteed floor with this guy, that type deal.
I got to ask though, we got a Carolina fan right here. I know for a fact that Chuba and Deontay Foreman combined for over 300 yards against that rush defense against Denver last week. Is Pacheco going to do the same? Or, like, Pacheco could have a great game.
But, yeah, he could. I mean, and that's where, like, the RNG comes in for fantasy. So you don't know. The uncertainty, you don't know. And you're kind of playing it off numbers. But, I mean, do you honestly count Carolina is a good like standard of what an offense can do to a defense? Like, it is are you looking into that as much?
I told Noah earlier today. I said we got to start looking at Carolina like we do like Washington. They're a contender, sneaky good.
I mean,
Nah.
I
With
don't
a great
think
running game.
I don't think that we're contenders at all. But
You don't think
I mean,
they're
our
nothing
run
like the
game.
Commanders? You don't think they're as good as
No.
Commanders?
No, because I don't think our defense is anywhere near as good as the Commanders' defense. They got a pretty
I
good
just-
front four. You know, like, well,
I-
I'm not saying their whole defense, but their front four is pretty good.
I think the whole weaponry in Washington is better. Like I think you know,
Yeah.
Panthers got DJ Moore, but Washington's got Terry McLaurin.
You asked me even
Jahan
the other
Dotson,
day. You
Curtis
even said
Samuel.
straight up, who do you think's better, Terry McLaurin or DJ Moore? And I said Terry McLaurin. I do think Terry McLaurin's better than DJ
Yeah.
Moore.
And we like DJ Moore. I like DJ Moore too, but you start adding all those guys, those running backs, like
I was ready for us
Well,
to trade it. If we
well-
were going to go for the tank it this year, trade everybody. I thought we were going to trade everybody, and then they didn't.
They're better without McCaffrey for some reason, and
Seems
San
like it.
and San Fran's better with McCaffrey. So I guess it just worked out that way. Huh?
It works out.
all right. Well, real quick, tight ends and flexes and defenses, throw them all out there.
Are we still on DFS? Shit, we done got
Yeah.
off on a fucking tangent.
Tangent.
What you got, Matt? Who's your tight end defense?
My tight end is Tyler Conklin going against the number 30. You know, going against Seattle, they're 32 ranked against the tight end, and my defense is Pittsburgh against Baltimore. So to round off my lineup real quick, I went Jared Goff at quarterback. I went ETN and Connor at running backs. Then I went Lazard, Dotson, Amon Ra at wide receiver, Conklin at tight end, Chris Godwin in my flex, and then Pittsburgh at defense. And had $100 to spare. What you got, Craft Man?
I got at tight end. I got Cole Kmet, and going back to the well again. Anytime I talk about tight ends, I just don't. It is what it is. I've actually
Yeah.
picked these tight ends on DFS pretty on point. Noah was asking me earlier. He was like, "Throw in Evan Ingram." I was like, "That motherfucker's way too expensive nowadays." Like Evan
Yeah.
Ingram has been blowing
know.
up. Like a couple weeks ago, Evan Ingram was like
He was the cheap
guy-
option.
he was the
Aight.
cheap option.
All right, real quick. I was texting our guy Big Dunk today, and he was talking about what he might do in the offseason. He's got Kyle Pitts on his team. He was thinking he might try to sell Evan Ingram. He's got Evan Ingram. You think Evan Ingram's worth a buy at the tight end spot?
Worth a buy or sell?
What
Well, I
Dunk
think
wants
he's
for him?
obviously worth
I
the
don't know.
sell, but I mean, like, is he worth buying? Would you go buy an Evan Ingram?
How old is Evan Ingram? He about 27, 26?
I think he is
Wow.
27.
Something like that.
I would buy him in a heartbeat.
You buy?
What would
What's
you
his
give up for him?
contract? Yeah, I mean, we got to know his
Nah,
contract.
hold on. That's the thing. This dude's on a 1-year deal. Like he could resign with Jacksonville, or he could just be gone. But if
I'm
you,
saying away.
I think if you do it before he signs, you could probably get him cheaper than if he signs with Jacksonville. Then he's going to be a little more expensive.
Oh, and
You know what I'm
they
saying?
got Calvin Ridley coming in.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I
I
would,
mean,
I would sell.
I would
don't
definitely
think I'd
sell.
buy. I don't think I'd buy.
Yeah, that's
tight ends
a
are
tough
ass.
one. Tight end premium, you're probably buying. I bet. I might would
Hey,
buy a tight end premium.
Before we talk before the episode, our first merchandise, our first shirt is gonna be fuck tight end. So we
I'm
obviously
with you.
gonna sell them. We gonna
Yep.
sell them, I guess.
I
I
like
would,
the
I
tight
would
end.
sell. So we got 4 people here. Matt, buy or sell or hold. What you got?
On Evan Ingram?
Yeah, Evan Ingram.
Oh well, you know how I feel about tight ends. I'd probably just hold.
Hold. A
Yeah,
tight end,
I mean,
just a regular. Well, yeah, tight end premium. So you say you hold.
Like if because what are you gonna do with a tight ends? Like you're not gonna get too much. I mean, look at the production. He's getting he got 14 targets one game. Might as well just fucking just hold on to him. I don't know.
It's
What
the
else
time
you
to
gonna
sell
do?
now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
if you
definitely.
want to sell and you got another option at tight end, it's an obvious selling time. Obvious. I'd even take it for a second, probably.
I'd
Just to
sell.
be honest.
I'm saying sell. Noah.
Yeah.
Fine if it's a tight end premium, but if it's not, I'd probably sell at his high point.
What's the pick you get for him though?
Probably a second. I think a second would do for him.
That's like the standard, man. Like, would you pay up a second for Evan Ingram? That's how I do all my trades. Is like, would I do a second for him?
I don't think I would do it, but I feel like I would accept it.
I would
Like,
accept
I don't feel
it,
like I would
yeah.
offer it, but I would accept it.
Oh,
And I would
Let's
say-
you're on.
let's say the second is in place, a late second. Would you sell him for a late second?
I do. I would want like a mid.
I would
second.
hold.
I would
If
hold.
it was if Evan Ingram was on my team, I'd just hold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
agreed. Okay. Well, who'd you got at your tight end? Like, go ahead and name off your DFS lineups real quick.
At Cole Kmet, and I got the Chiefs against Denver last time they played Denver. Even though it was Russ's best game of the year, they still scored 15 points against them. So to round off my lineup, we got Jared Goff, just like the rest of us. Brian Robinson against Cleveland without Gibson, Algier, Christian Kirk, Amon-Ra, Garrett Wilson, Cole Kmet, Fournette as my flex, and the Chiefs defense.
Okay. Man, Noah, what you got?
All right, at my tight end, I got Noah Fant. Will Dissly's out, so he's going to be getting to work. The flex, I got Brian Robinson, like Austin said. Antonio Gibson's going to be out. And for my defense, I did the Jaguars against Houston. Past 3 games, they scored more than 10 points in fantasy, so I'm rolling with that. And to round it off, I went with Jared Goff, James Conner, Leonard Fournette, Justin Jefferson, Zay Jones, Drake London, and then Noah Fant, Brian Robinson, Jaguars.
Definitely spin up on Jefferson.
Yep. Hey, he's the best, though.
Yeah, he is the best.
He's going for
So
the
excited.
record, dude.
If there's one person you got to spend up on, it's going to be him.
He's going for the
Definitely.
record. He's going to be getting the target, so I just...
Hey, Jair talking that shit though already.
I
He said
know,
son,
Jair said week 1 was a fluke.
it ain't going to be a fluke this weekend.
I'm gonna be real. It ain't no fluke. I'm just saying that dude Justin Jefferson is that guy. Chris, what you got, man?
My tight end, I got Tyler Conklin. They're playing a defense that gives up a lot to the tight ends in Seattle. My defense, I went with the Jets defense against Seattle. Seattle's been they haven't been doing as much lately. And the Jets, what my thing that benefits the Jets defense is that Mike White is now back at quarterback. Zach Wilson, I think he's going to be good in the NFL somewhere else. It's not with the New York Jets. This dude is fucking terrible with the New York Jets. He is god awful. You disagree? I think Mike White will run this offense better, and it'll keep the offense out on the field.
I disagree that Zach Wilson's going to be good.
Oh, okay, that he's going to be good. I'm saying that what I'm saying when he's good is I think that he's going to be in the league. Is what I mean. Like he'll at least be in the league somewhere.
Yeah,
Jordan Love status.
Yeah. I mean, Trace McSorley, maybe, probably. But yeah. So the offense is going to run better, which is going to give this defense a break. Because what's been happening in these Jets games is that they stay competitive for a bit, and then that defense is just out on the field the entire game because the offense can't do nothing.
yeah.
The Colts.
So, but to round it off, my lineup, I had Jared Goff, same as everybody. James Conner and Tyler Algier, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Chris Godwin, DJ Moore, Tyler Conklin, Jahan Dotson, and the Jets defense.
You got a shit
All
ton
right.
of overlap in our lineups.
Yep.
A lot of overlap.
Hey, but go listen to our DFS lineups, play it back. That's what we got. Go win you some money.
Y'all got
Alright,
anybody else in these DFS that y'all were looking at?
a lot of guys.
Play, just from a cheap perspective, y'all got any guy? I mean, like Russell Gage, in my opinion, for a cheap play, I would throw him out there if you're looking for a cheap guy. Running backs, Zonovan Knight, he's been ass the last couple weeks, but Zach Wilson has been quarterback. So if you want to take a chance on that one, I don't think that's going to be a bad play either. Seattle is terrible against the run. Awful.
Yeah.
So Zonovan Knight might be a sleeper, in my opinion. Y'all got any other guys like in your DFS that could be like some sleeper picks?
Man.
Matt, what you got?
Look, I pretty much was looking at. I've said a few while we talking like Drake, London, Tyler Algier, but I also took a look at these Giants guys. Maybe I was saying if a quarterback, I can't. Daniel Jones. I was thinking maybe sliding in Daniel Jones up in there. Richie James, Hodges, guys like that. I looked at. I didn't throw them in. I don't like the Giants. I think that's gonna be a Saquon day, honestly. But I took a little look at them.
I like that. I thought about Hodgins too a little bit, and DJ Chark for Detroit.
Oh yeah, clearly DJ Chark is one. I had him in my lineup for the longest time, and then ended up getting him out.
If you're looking super cheap, the Bears don't have no receivers. Dante Pettis scored a touchdown last week. If you want to really get risky, Equanimous. Dante Pettis. It's a bad pass defense in Detroit. So that's why I went with Komet. But if you really want to get cheap, somebody like Dante Pettis or somebody like that might work out for you.
We'll bring up our guy, old Greg Dortch, with Colt McCoy playing. Colt McCoy was targeting.
He's out.
He's out?
Yep.
Then I ain't even going. Oh, man.
McCoy's out?
That's
Colt
bad.
McCoy is out.
That's not good for James Conner either, I don't think.
Well, McSorley actually targeted Dortch. I think I got to go back. I'm going to look at it right quick, but I think Dortch had about 10 targets last week. He was the guy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Moore
yeah.
Behind the line of scrimmage last week. Greg Dortch, decent play for DFS, even with McSorley, because he can't throw the ball down the field, and he's going to get a lot of manufactured, like Curtis Samuel type touches. So, real cheap option right there. As far as running backs go, we've been in this thing for 17 weeks, and kind of know what's up with these backfields right now. So,
what y'all thinking, man? Y'all want to hit these game lines?
Khalil Herbert might be a good little play.
I was looking at
Detroit.
him.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's gonna be split. I just yeah.
Montgomery might be a good play. I'm still on the Monty side.
I can't, man.
On the Monty side.
What
did he have last week, man? What did Monty have last week? Y'all know?
He was trash, I think.
Shit, Monty wasn't trash. You playing against Monty this week? Montgomery.
He had 9.4 points in full PPR.
No, last week. Oh shit! I was thinking the week before he had 22.
Yeah, I was saying that the week before he did get 24 in full PPR.
He did still get 16 rushing attempts and 4 targets last week. That's 20 opportunities.
I mean that's volume. Yeah,
that's volume. Even with Khalil Herbert back, I don't know how I felt about Khalil Herbert, but Matt says to go with him. Noah seemed to nod his head a little bit. Yes,
sir.
For a cheap option, but me personally, I'm like, nah. Don't be doing that. Don't go to that side. Khalil Herbert in Dynasty though, Chris. Khalil Herbert is premier backup to own in Dynasty, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like that dude. I mean,
I would definitely go try to buy Khalil Herbert in Dynasty right now. I'm about to try to do it myself. I already got plans for it. We're gonna do it myself.
Who's got Khalil Herbert now? Is it Micah?
Nah, it's old Micah. I mean, Akil. I'm gonna go get him.
Great.
I'm gonna go snag him. I know, man. When certain players in your league have players, you're like, oh fuck, I ain't gonna be able to get them.
I ain't gonna be able to get him.
But then other players, you're like, oh snap, he's got him. I'm about to go get him real quick because then some people just love to trade. Let's hit these game lines then. Y'all ready to hit them?
Oh.
Let's go.
All right, all right, let's go ahead and start it off right. Our lock of the week, the Cruise Dynasty Podcast lock of the week is. Go get that drum set out, crap man. Your little son's
Yo, wait for it. You got to keep talking it up.
Yep, man. Big
That
time
shit's
lock of
getting real.
week. Pay your mortgage. Pay your son's tuition. Go pay off those Christmas gifts. I mean, I can barely. Man, you ain't gonna be able to hear that on the podcast. I can go ahead and tell you. Lock of the week. Arizona, Atlanta under 41.5. We're talking about who'd we say starting? Trace McSorley? Is he starting?
Yes.
And
McSorley.
Desmond Ritter. And listen, I like that the Falcons, we have thrown the ball deep a couple times with Desmond Ritter in and shit like that, but we ain't about to be scoring no points. Not a lot. I'd be shocked. I know these defenses suck, but these offenses suck. 41.5 is where I got them at. Kraft, what you say, man? Got anything to say about our lock?
They are not scoring 41 and a fucking half. We're 2-1 on our locks. And the last lock we didn't hit was New England's bullshit lateral. Lateral
like-
bullshit against the Raiders. So we're
I
3-0 on the lock, damn it. I'm saying we're 3-0. This shit don't count.
I be trying to tell y'all about Bill Belichick, man. Dude's a goofball, man. Dude's goofy. All right then. Well, shoot. Y'all want me to go ahead and name mine off real quick?
Yes.
I went.
hate on them.
I went Rams +6 versus the Chargers. The Chargers been trash. I ain't gonna say they've been trash, but they've been disappointing all year. Rams are a little motivated right now. Baker Mayfield's motivated. Cam Akers motivated. Those guys are motivated. Dropped 51 versus Denver. I was totally shocked by that. I took Denver on the money line for crying out loud. And they went out there and blew them out. I was mad. I wasn't mad, but I was like, what in the hell? Then I got Denver versus Kansas City. I took Kansas City -12.5. Easy money. I usually stay away from big lines like this, but I just couldn't help it. I was like, man, they're going to blow them out. I think this is going to be too easy. Then I went with the Kraft Man's team. I took Green Bay, the money line versus Minnesota. I bet on Minnesota every now and then, and they are the biggest frauds in the NFL. Seriously, like they got a decent offense and stuff like that, but them winning all the games they've been winning, that shit is some shenanigans, man. They just been winning these close games.
11-0. 11-0
In one score game.
in one score games.
Sometimes the fortune is on your side throughout the year. Sometimes it just works out that way. And then I took Miami, New England, the over at 40.5. I think that over and under was a little lower than what it would have been if Tua was there. I think Teddy Bridgewater, to me, I'm not hating on Tua at all, but I don't think the drop-off is going to be that much with Teddy Bridgewater in there. Because the last time I said Tyreek and all them weren't going to do all that good, they was going to fuck off. So, and plus Miami's defense is trash, so I got them at 40.5.
You think Miami's defense is that trash? They are kind of trash.
To me, yeah. But I mean, I don't know.
Mm.
To me, they trash. At least bad. They're not all that.
Out of all them picks, the one and I got the same one you got is the Packers. It's gonna be tough. We're actually favored by 3.
By 3.
In this game, and oh man, for mine, I got the Packers winning that game. Got the money line, like Matt got. We got to have this damn game. We got to. The Minnesota doesn't have to. Minnesota, I mean, it's a divisional matchup. They're gonna come to play. They got all their starters in. Everybody's gonna be in there. It ain't gonna be like a Titans thing where Joshua Dobbs is quarterbacking. But I just think the Packers got to win this game at home. They're on a 5-game winning streak right now, 4-game winning streak. We got to have it. And then I got the Bills beating the Bengals on the money line. The Bills are favored by 1.5. I'm gonna take the Bills. Just go ahead and beat the shit out of the Bengals. I'm not on that train yet. And I want to hear what y'all got to say about that. Y'all, is everybody on the Bengals train except for me? I think the Bills are gonna smash their ass.
I still think I like the Bengals. Don't get me wrong, but I think the Bills are gonna win.
I'm torn in that game. I would just roll with Cincinnati because they're the home team if I was doing a money line. But I don't know, man. I don't know. That one's a tough one. That's why I stayed away. I'm going to throw money on it, obviously, because it's Monday Night Football. I think I lean the home team. I lean Bengals.
I agree. Joe Shiesty.
Joe Shiesty. Poo-poo Shiesty.
Bill's gonna work them fools, but I do actually have the over in that game too. So that's one of the other ones I got. Got the over in that one, and Falcons Cardinals. We all agreed on that one. The under. I got the Browns and Commanders. Ever since Deshaun Watson's taken over the Browns, I've been picking the under and hitting every week. So
right.
And I'm not even hating on Watson. I think next year when it comes draft time, we're going to be having him way up there in redraft rankings and dynasty rankings. He's going to be up there. Yeah. But this week, Commanders got a good defense. You got Carson Wentz at quarterback. Over-under's 40.5. I don't think they're going to get there. And I actually got the Jags and the Texans at under 43.5. And I just don't think Jags can score now, and Texans have been keeping up. But 43.5, that seems like a lot to me for these two teams. So I'm going to hit the under on that one. I sat there and talked with Noah for 30 minutes about I need to find a game where I can hit an over on. And the only one that I like is Bills and Bengals for the over this week. But that's just where I stand.
Yep, I hear you. See, Swizzy, what you got, man?
I'll start with one. I had one that I already hit. I took the over on Dallas versus Tennessee. It was at 39.5, and shit, lately Dallas been putting enough points to cover the over themselves. But
man, let me say something about that, Chris. It's crazy that you got the over and hit. I took the under at 40.5 is where I got it and won that bet. That's just crazy.
That's funny as hell. Second, same with what Austin had with Deshaun Watson. They just haven't been scoring points. Cleveland versus Washington, under 40.5. Under 40.5. Next, I got Buffalo versus Cincinnati. I'm taking Buffalo -1. I definitely think the Bills win this game. Joe Burrow, old Joe Shiesty. I mean, I know, but
good game.
It's going to be a good game. I mean, that is going to be like my game of the week. I think Minnesota Green Bay will be pretty good too. I took Jacksonville -4.5 versus Houston. Then I took Carolina +3 versus Tampa Bay. Is what I took. I think that we're going to go out there. It's going to be competitive. And if we lose this game, I think it's going to be from a field goal is what we lose this game by. But I think we're going to win this game.
I agree. Carolina's going to take that shit.
I agree too.
I said that like 4 times on the pod, so when I'm wrong, I'll be wrong 4 times.
Yep. I'm with you. I think just some other lines out there that I was just kind of looking at. New York Jets, Seattle. They were favored -1.5. Didn't put money on them, but I was thinking maybe Jets. I don't know, man. For some reason, I just like the Jets, man. I just can't help it. Even when Zach Wilson was quarterback, I put money on the Jets to win, and if they weren't just so incompetent and shit, they would have won that game on that final drive. And then another one was
Matt. It's time to lock it back.
I think he's gonna be back. I think he's back.
That's their offense. I feel like that is their offense. When Tyler Lockett is not in, they have looked terrible without him in the game.
Yeah.
Yep. He is expected to play.
So, yep. Philly -6.5. That would be a decent one to put some money on, I feel like, versus New Orleans. But I didn't put money on that either. But yeah, man, shoot, that's about it. All from the game lines or whatever. Y'all got anything to add to it?
Hey, you got the whole game list pulled up?
This was as of yesterday.
As of yesterday. 8 o'clock. Do you have all the games? All the games?
Every single one.
I'm gonna ask everybody all the games who they got just to win these games.
Go for it.
Matt, you go first. Well, I'll get Noah right here since he's my twin. He's beside me. So I'll get Noah, Matt, and Chris. Cards against the Falcons. I got the Falcons win that game.
Cardinals.
Wow.
Falcons.
Cardinals.
Shit. Bears and Lions. Lions for me.
Lions.
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 Jags and Texans. I got the Jags.
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 I'm gonna skip Broncos and Chiefs. Dolphins and Patriots. I got Dolphins.
I got the Patriots.
Shit, I'm gonna roll with the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dolphins.
Colts and Giants. I got the Giants, even though I really want them to lose this week.
Giants.
Easy. Giants. Go pick them up on defense for your fantasy teams.
I'm going the Colts, man. Fuck the Giants. They ain't shit. Nick Foles gonna look better. Fuck the
Okay.
Giants.
Eagles Saints. I'm guessing we all got the Eagles.
Yeah.
Panthers at Bucks. I got the boys in blue.
Panthers.
I got Panthers.
Panther.
Golly. Browns at Commanders. I got the Browns.
Commanders.
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 Ooh-wee. Let's go Brownies. Niners at Raiders. We all got Niners.
Yeah.
Jets at Seahawks. At Seattle. I got Seattle.
Yeah, I got Seattle too.
Jets.
Jets.
2-2. Vikings at Packers. I got the green and yellow.
Vikings, baby.
Green Bay.
I'm going with Green Bay.
That's gonna be a good game to watch, even if you ain't a Packers fan like me. Chargers. I got the Chargers to win that game. Matt, you got the Rams to cover.
Yeah.
But they ain't gonna win, right?
Man, look, I'm just gonna say it now. I'm gonna just roll with the hot hand. I'm rolling with the Rams. Baker Mayfield.
Woo.
No, I can't, man. I can't do it. I'm going Chargers. I can't do it.
This one right here is tough. None of us have even mentioned this game at all. Ravens, Steelers, Tyler Huntley. Ravens are favored by 2.5. They're playing in Baltimore. I got the Steelers to win that game.
I got the Steelers.
Same.
Wow. And Monday night, the big
DFS for that game.
The big dog. Me and Chris got the Bills. What you got?
Joe Shiesty, baby.
I'm rolling with Cincinnati, and I want to pay attention to Joe Burrow because I think, as far as fantasy dynasty rankings go, Stu Joe Burrow might be soaring up, might be going up. So, well, he's definitely going up some, but I just want to know how high he's going up. This dude might be going up in that top 3.
Yes, sir. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be the best game of the weekend, except for, well, I don't know. There's a couple good games, but I heard that the Bills and Bengals is the only game all weekend with 2 winning teams playing against each other.
Dang, is that true, man?
Yep.
No wonder
That's
you
it.
wasn't liking the over. What about Miami and New England?
I don't think New England got a winning record, do they?
Damn, do they? But bad Bill Belichick, bum ass. Bum. Alright. Hey, before we get off.
Start sit.
Okay, yeah. But hold on, real quick. Before we do the start sit, I got UGA -6 versus Ohio State tomorrow, and then I got TCU +7.5 versus Michigan tomorrow. Parlay it up at +264, make you some money.
I got both of them teams, the favored teams, Michigan covering and Georgia covering.
I agree.
Chris, you agree with all that?
Yeah. I don't expect to see any upsets in this at all.
All right, hit us with some start sits then.
I got one. Hold on. Would you start
go for
Isaiah Pacheco or Najee Harris?
Najee against Baltimore, Pacheco against Denver.
I'd probably roll with Najee.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Najee.
That's 3 for 3 with Najee. I've told him earlier this week I would definitely go Najee. You got another one in that league? I know you've done mentioned a couple. He's in the championship, y'all, in 2 out of 3 weeks, and he's been asking me all damn week
Gotta
about
win.
All right,
If
I
you
got
come
some
as
defenses for you.
defense.
All right, would you go the Chiefs against Denver, the Jags against Houston, or the Giants against the Colts?
man, look, Giants versus Colts. I would knock on that all day. Nick Foles, they was trash last week.
Oh.
Giants got to win.
Yeah, Giants still have to win. Jacksonville's off the list for me. It's in between Kansas City and Giants for me. I would say I'm gonna go with KC against Denver for mine.
Yeah, I
Chris?
would do that. Yeah,
KC?
KC against Denver. Jacksonville, I mean, Houston has been shit. The Houston Texans took the Kansas City Chiefs to overtime the other week. I mean, they've been putting up points, and that's not been good for people that's been playing these defenses against them.
Colts, they pretty much in tank mode, man.
Yeah, I got 20 points from the Chargers defense last week without a touchdown on defense. 7 sacks and 3 picks.
I know you were mad because even both your people that you had to like switch out were like it was like a 0.3 difference between what they scored.
No, I lost. I started the wrong guy, and I lost by 2 points. If I'd have started my bench players, I started Palmer instead of Lazard, and I started Palmer instead of who was the other guy I had? Another receiver I had. I can't even remember. I done forgot about that league. I got so pissed off at it. Can't even remember. But yeah, lost by 2 points last week in the semifinals by making the wrong decision. But I did pick up the Chargers defense that got me 20, so you make some right decisions, you make some wrong ones. That's fantasy, but got some start sits for you guys right here. Noah, you go first. Matt, Chris, you starting Adam Thielen against Green Bay or Marquise Brown against Atlanta?
Adam Thielen.
Hollywood.
Marquise Brown.
I'm going Thielen all the way. Marquise Brown cannot score with Trace McSorley back there.
How you going against the Falcons this week, though?
McSorley?
I don't even think Thielen's the second option on that team right now. He's like the fourth option.
I don't know about that.
They
gonna hit Osborne more than Thielen.
Are
I
y'all
think
putting
they try to get Thielen his touches, but I think that like football wise, I think that second guy should be KJ Osborne. That dude should get his looks. He's a good receiver.
Said that before the year. It's too late now. He was my sleeper.
Yeah, he was, man. I remember it.
He was in a coma for a while, and then he woke up against that, what was that game? Against the Colts when they were down like 40-0 at halftime. But, all right. Got y'all with some more. Jahan Dotson versus Cleveland. Drake London, Arizona. Noah?
I'm rolling with Dotson.
That one's tough, man. I might roll with Drake London, though, on this one. Because Drake London's going to probably get 7-8 targets. But the thing is, Jahan Dawson's a good one, too, though. Oh, man. Wait. Man, I'm going to be real. I got to go back. It's got to be Jahan Dawson. That dude's been on a roll lately, too, man.
Yeah, I got Jahan Dotson.
Dotson for me, too. If Christian Watson plays, Alan Lazard against Minnesota or Amari Cooper against Washington?
Amari Cooper.
Man, I think I'm going to roll with Lazard because Amari Cooper's been pretty quiet with Deshaun for the most part. And Minnesota's secondary ain't no good.
Yeah, Minnesota's secondary is awful. Chris, did you say Lazard too?
I'm gonna go with Lazard. I'm an Amari Cooper owner, and I got one. Or you want to start DJ Moore or Amari Cooper this week? DJ Moore that's been on a hot streak, or Amari Cooper that hasn't been seeing the volume with Deshaun Watson?
I really do like Cooper this week. That last game, you can throw that out the window. That weather was awful.
Yeah.
I think Cooper's going to be fine this week.
Yeah. He's just making up for that shit. Talking about you wouldn't even roster Cooper at the beginning of the year.
Cooper top 10, baby, this week. Top 10. Gabe Davis against Cincinnati. or Brandon Ayuk against Vegas. I'm going with Gabe in a high scoring game.
Gabe Davis, baby.
Man, I'm going Brandon Ayuk. I can't ever play Gabe Davis ever, man. That dude might straight up goose egg your ass. Straight up, but leave you with 3 points in the championship week.
Gabe
I'm gonna
Davis
go
got
ahead.
some red zone prowess too, though.
On
As
opposite
much as
day.
I don't want to deal with the headache of going Gabe Davis, I am because I know that at least their game could be like real competitive. You know, like they're going to be on the field the whole game. They're not going to get pulled. So
J.K. Dobbins against Pittsburgh or Pacheco against Denver. I'm going Pacheco.
That one's tough. Man, that one's so tough, man. I think I'm gonna roll with Dobbins, man.
you gonna
Chris,
roll with Dobbins?
tiebreaker.
I can't, man. The fucking Pittsburgh just literally limited Josh Jacobs to 44 yards from scrimmage after this dude didn't have less than 100 yards. I don't think Dobbins is going to do that much better than Josh Jacobs.
I got a nasty one here. Nasty. Raheem Mostert against New England or Rashad White against Carolina. You gotta be Rashad White for me.
Rashad.
I go
Well, I think Fournette has taken over the last couple weeks, so man.
Rashad White been getting a lot of work too, though. Still, they're in a 50-50 split, man.
So is the Dolphins.
Yeah,
New
but at
England's
least you know
really good rush defense too.
Rashad White's gonna get a few receptions for sure.
Yeah, I'm going Rashad White.
Me too.
That one's tough. Chris,
Yeah.
you're Rashad White too?
Yeah, Rashad White.
Cortland Sutton, we back against Kansas City, or Jacoby Myers against Miami.
Jacoby Myers for me.
We back, baby. It's Cortland Sutton for this guy right here. Let's go. Let's finish the year with about 30 points so everybody forgets that that's my guy to start the year.
I'm going with Jacoby.
I'm going Jacoby.
Yeah, y'all should probably go with Jacoby. Should go with Jacoby. DPJ, Donovan Peoples-Jones against Washington or Isaiah Hodgins against the Colts.
I'd probably go Peoples-Jones, honestly.
That's what I'm thinking.
Thinking
Yeah,
Hodgins.
DPJ. I'm going to go DPJ.
That's Deshaun's guy, man.
Yeah.
Schubert or Deontay Foreman? Chris?
Dante Foreman.
I said the same.
Tampa?
Same.
All Deontay Foreman right there. All right, let's move ahead and go to these tight ends because everybody flexes or everybody streams tight ends. So let's go ahead and hit streamers for tight ends right here this week. Tyler Higbee against the Chargers or Dawson Knox against Cincinnati.
Dawson Knox.
I'm going
gonna
Higbee.
roll with. Yep, same.
I'm going to stay with Knox. I know this. I mean, he's been on a little roll. I know Higbee had a good game the other day, but I mean, he's been, he let a lot of people down at the beginning of the year. He's kind of making up for it.
I think these are important because I know for a fact when I'm in championship week, tight end streamers is like the most important. The one that I'm flipping and flopping every week, David Njoku against Washington or Cole Kmet against Detroit. I'm rolling with Njoku.
I'm gonna roll with
tough.
Kmet.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with Kmet high over and under type game. So
Yeah, I'm going to stay with Kmet. All the injuries that they got over there. And a high over-under game. I'm going to go Kmet.
All right, here's the bottom line of tight ends of would you start them or not. I'm trying to figure out where the drop-off is. So Tyler Conklin is at tight end 18 ranked for the week on Fantasy Pros right now. So He's on down there. Would you start Juwan Johnson against Philly? Yes or no?
Tyler Conklin.
No, just Juwan Johnson.
No. Would not start.
Depends. Possibly, yeah.
Yes. Yes or
I'm gonna
no,
say
Matt?
yes. I'm gonna say yes.
You
I've
start
been on
Juwan
his little
Johnson.
train, and I would say like any other week play him. I just don't think that it's gonna happen this week. I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no on that one too. Hunter Henry without Jonnu Smith against Miami. Is he above? Would you start him above Darren Waller, Cole Kmet, Pat Fryermuth, and Joku? Would any of y'all start him over them guys?
No.
I'd probably never start anybody over Fryermuth. None of
No.
these guys. No matter what. No matter what. Who was we
What-
talking about again? What was the guy?
Hunter Henry.
Oh,
Without he's without Jonnu Smith against Miami.
Yeah, I'd roll with. I wouldn't mind throwing Hunter Henry out there.
He's questionable. He is questionable, so everybody needs to look out for that. So, what about Gerald Everett against the Rams? Would you start him over any of them guys we talked about? Say Taysom Hill against Philly.
Yes.
I think Everett's like safer, but Taysom Hill's like upside floor.
I'm down on Taysom Hill this week. I was up on him last week in that terrible weather game, but I think Taysom Hill might put a dud out there this week.
Yep, I'm with you.
What do you think, Chris?
Same. I'm going to Everett. I just don't think Taysom's gonna get to work this week.
Y'all want to hit some super flex?
Hit some super flex, man.
I'm in a predicament because I'm a Jalen Hurts owner in the championship, and this dude is not playing. This is who I got. I got Brock Purdy, Mike White, or Gardner Minshew in the championship game.
Golly. That's tough.
In the championship game.
Give us some matchups right quick. I know San Fran's playing Vegas, Philly's playing New Orleans.
And Mike White against Seattle.
Mike White.
You going with Mike White?
Man,
and also, you have to also take into account that if I have a stack, if Brock Purdy's in there with Christian McCaffrey.
Purdy, Minshew, and who else?
Mike
it's between Minshew
Purdy.
and Mike White to me.
So Purdy's out to you.
Mike White's,
Actually, going to go with Purdy.
I think Purdy got the best chance of throwing 2 touchdowns, and that's my bar. 2 touchdowns.
No.
I think y'all people are underestimating Minshew.
Damn, Mike White though.
But that's what Minshew. I went with Minshew over Purdy last week, and it helped. I mean,
Minshew, to me, Minshew's clearly the best quarterback out of all these.
And I'm going against Jared Goff this week, but I mean, he didn't have Derrick Henry and all these other players.
Man, Chris, you got a decision to make.
I am already up. I've scored 34 points, but only my tight end and my kicker have played because I had Dalton Schultz and he went the fuck off. So I don't even have to fuck tight ends. I don't have to worry about that shit no more. I don't have to worry about that shit no more.
Who got the highest floor out of them guys? I think Purdy has the highest floor.
I think Minshew.
Right?
Mike White has the highest floor.
That's tough, Chris. You're fucked. I don't know.
Yeah, that is a tough one. You're gonna have to sleep on that one, Chris. Just go to bed, smoke your blunt, and then just see what you come up with.
Throw somebody in there, alphabetical order.
I just need 20. If I can get 20, I'm a quarterback. I'll be all right. I feel like I'll be all right.
Minshew got better weapons than all of them. I'm starting to lean Minshew, man.
That's a tougher matchup of all of them.
That is the thing. Too. Minshew is in like the best fucking offense in the NFL.
But Dallas was supposed to be a tougher matchup too, though. Minshew was carving them up.
Dallas's defense has been giving up a lot of shit lately.
Minshew should be a starter. Minshew's better than a lot of starters.
New Orleans. Where are they playing? If they're playing in New Orleans, Chris, I think Minshew's off the list for me.
They're playing at home.
It's at Philly.
Ooh.
Putting at home. Minshew Mania.
I'd roll with Minshew, man. That's the man from Wazoo. I'd roll with him. Mike White wouldn't be a bad one either, though.
Brock Purdy wouldn't be a bad one either, Chris.
I'm starting him this week.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Brock Purdy ain't a bad one either. That's just the toughest. That's as tough as it gets. What
Yeah,
other super flex ones we got?
Shit. I feel like Chris uncovered it with that one.
Yeah.
With that one go round. I mean, I really like Daniel Jones this week. He's ranked at
Yeah.
quarterback 10. Gardner Minshew or Aaron Rodgers against Minnesota.
Minshew.
Oh, I'm rolling Aaron Rodgers. I could never make myself
I feel
do
like
it.
I would definitely roll with Aaron Rodgers.
If I was in the
against Minnesota.
championship and I started Minshew over Rodgers, I'd be just stressed the fuck out. My hair would fall out.
All right. Deshaun Watson against Washington or Russell Wilson against Kansas City.
Man, I'd roll with Deshaun, but I wouldn't like either one. I just wouldn't. I don't know. That's just too tough.
I'll go with Deshaun in that one. I'm tired of Russ. Can't do it no more.
Yeah, I would just go. If you have to make that decision, go to Sean. Can't do it with Russ.
Can't do it with Russ no more. Even though his best game was against Kansas City last time. But, I mean, that's all I got for you guys. Start sit. So,
Shoot, let's just wrap it on up then.
let's do it. Wrap it.
All right, then. Shit.
Pack it.
All right. Before we do wrap it up, follow us on Twitter. We got the Cruise Dynasty Podcast on Twitter. Me, Craftman are on there. Chris is the one doing the Cruise Dynasty Podcast Twitter. So you want to interact with Chris, that's where he's at. Add us on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube. Hop on the Discord and interact with us. Am I missing anything, C Swizzy?
Nah, that's everything.
I be trying to hit it all, man.
That
Trying
shit's
to hit
pounded
it
in
all.
there like muscle memory now. You know, you ain't forgetting.
So we got it up, man. Add us, man. Support the podcast. Buy our fuck tight ends t-shirt if you want one. We'll just make one up on the fly and send it your way. So
I got some Sharpies somewhere.
So Crab Man, anything to say to the people before we get on out of here? Championship week too. Good luck, everybody.
I'm going to drag this episode on by just asking y'all how y'all doing in y'all's leagues. Chris?
I'm in the championship and I'm playing the person that had Derrick Henry, Tony Pollard, and has a lot of other people up in the air. I was definitely the underdog, but I actually think that I'm going to win this easily, if I'm being honest.
I think Chris is gonna win too. Me, I'm in the championship in one league, but it ain't the home league, so it doesn't even matter. It is what it is. I hope I win this championship, but I ain't gonna feel like a champ if I win it.
Yep. I made it to the Final Four in 3 out of 5 leagues, and last week was the downfall. So I'm out, y'all. It's over for AC. But,
Yep.
but it was a good year, you know. Lasted this long, but Noah, on the other hand, he's got a lot to play for. What you got?
In 2 championships, gonna come away with $1,000. We're gonna win. Got my voodoo doll ready.
Y'all playing for big money. I'm gonna have to get in y'all's
He
league.
already been poking that voodoo doll. He poked Derrick Henry's knee. He poked Tony Pollard. He was like, "Yeah, get out." Tua.
I said, Chris did the same shit. Then him and Noah been hanging out, poking voodoo dolls together and shit.
Hanging out after work. That's what we do.
All right, then, man. Shoot, we just gonna wrap it all. We done with this shit. Gambling, our best gambling shit. Starting sits, all that good stuff. So, Crap Man, go ahead.
Hey, Matt, give us what we got coming up here in the next the championship season. This is the last week. Next week, y'all probably shouldn't be playing in the championship if y'all are in y'all's leagues. You know, don't do that shit in week 18. But Matt, tell everybody what we got coming up in what to expect in the next in the off season and next week and so on and so forth.
Man, I would say as far as the NFL playoffs go on, it'll probably be a little chill. Might be hitting the topics, probably some gambling. But be prepared because our rookie shit, we're going to start talking some rookies. These guys coming on out. We'll start getting our dynasty rankings on out of here. Stuff like that. Probably some buy lows in dynasty, some sell highs in dynasty type deal. And eventually that'll just turn into some redraft stuff. We'll start mock drafting. We'll do some startup drafts for some dynasty stuff like that, but then we'll get into some mock drafts probably around after the NFL draft, somewhere around in that time. So hit these rookies hard, hit these dynasty rankings hard, hit some topics hard. But us three gonna sit down, we'll talk it out and plan it out. But that's pretty much where I stand.
Yep. So in the next couple of weeks, just be expecting maybe some topics, some gambling. And then when the season ends, we're going to hit these dynasty rankings real hard. We're going to spend a lot of time. It ain't just going to be like we're just hopping on the podcast with no research.
Yep.
We're going to hit them. We're going to hit these dynasty and these rookie rankings really hard and give y'all folks the best, the best content we can give.
These rookie drafts are important for your dynasty leagues. These rookie drafts are important if you got some draft picks. So, some people don't care about draft picks, and I don't disagree with that strategy. I'm hitting the draft hard though this year in my home league. So, Chris, anything to say?
I don't even got a pick for this year's draft, but I'm in the championship.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I'll give up all my picks.
And my team's young enough for me to win it next year too.
Yep. So that's how it is. That's just where we go. So anything else to say to the people?
We good, man. Wish y'all, if anybody's listening that's in the championship, I wish y'all luck. Everybody who listens to this podcast, y'all got a leg up on y'all's opponent.
Yep, facts. That's facts, man. For real, 100p. All right, man. All right, then we out.
Peace.
Yeah.